We'll go inside, and it looks like another travel violation by number 1, Mary Sarkis. My name is Rhino.
And I am Anthony Bramley, and we are coming in here to the Crosstown Classic between your Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves. We were having some difficulties with the audio earlier, but now we are back and ready for this incredible matchup. The girls' game is going on right now. They started at 5:30. The boys will be coming on at 7:30. You won't want to miss either game. It's already looking competitive here, right, Rhino?
Yeah, definitely. It looks like we have a sub, number 4, Letitia Martin. They call her Letty Martin. Jackson goes inside against 3 defenders, and she'll get fouled. Leah Jackson now is going to the line. She's a junior. She says she's been on varsity for both basketball and soccer for her entire high school career. It's been really fun playing with my basketball teammates and being coached by some of the best coaches. Basketball is not her main sport, but it's been way better than ever. And it's been better than she even expected it to be, and cannot wait to play for the rest of her high school career. Now, that is a hard worker right there. She plays soccer and basketball, and also has to balance that with her studies. Imagine that. Only as a junior, too. Very hard work. Great job, Leah Jackson, as she hits 2 from the line. And then skipped across, number 24. And we're going back and forth across the keys. West will recover the loose ball, and there will be a loose ball foul. No. There'll be a hand check foul on number 5, Bernal. And that'll be the Vikings' first foul. Kojic inbounding the ball. Finds number 24, and it's stopped by Leah Jackson. Number 3 comes in for the game, Alyssa Zhao. Bekovic, back to Zhao. Bekovic inside, open layup. And she'll pick up an easy 2. Vikings got to pick up on the interior defense. Jackson trapped on the other side, and it'll be a foul on Zhao. Unfortunate foul for the Wolves. They had her trapped. It was great defense. Just a little too much body contact. Hamid will sub out, and Tatar will come into the game. And this will be free throws as they have hit the bonus. 5 fouls. This will be trouble for the Wolves the rest of the game as the foul count does not go away until the half. Jackson for her first. And she will hit it. I'll make it a 2-point game, 9-7.
You know, Rhino, one of the great parts of this rivalry is the fan participation. And so far, you know, both sides have been keeping it clean. You love to see a little nope. And I mean, that's pretty typical for basketball, but it's going to be tough for the Vikings. That's the first one missed, actually.
And we're going to go the other way. Inside, Bekovic. Zhao in the corner. Finds Sarkis, but has to skip it out, and we'll skip it across. 24 up top. And Apagianis gets fouled by number 3. That'll be, oh, sorry, number 4, Martin. And Apagianis up top finds Bekovic in the middle, but she misses it, and rebound by Quadri. We find Martin. Finds Tartar in the middle. Quadri. Jackson open. And it's just short. Air balls. But it will stay with the Vikings. Last touch by Sarkin. Hustling for the rebound. And will be under the basket. Strumfield inbounding. Finds Quadri up top. Back to Strumfield in the corner, but finds Tatar in the middle. And she muscles in for an easy 2. And that'll be 11-7. That'll make it a 4-point lead. 2-possession game. Almost gets trapped. Good defense by Quadri. Skipped over. Zhao for 3. And it rolls in and out. Sarkin with the rebound. No. Bekovic with a rebound now. And she'll put in the easy bucket for 2. Actually, it wasn't so easy if you ask me, right? But now we'll go the other way. Tatar, Stromfield, cutting inside. Tatar, she was looking for a pass, but they didn't find it. Zhao couldn't steal it away. Hamid will sub in for Tatar now. Stromfield will inbound it. And there will be 46 seconds left on this clock. Jackson up top. Skips it over. Martin goes off her knee. And it'll be stolen away by Apagianis. Finds Bekovic in the middle. Sarkin. And it'll be a travel violation on the catch. Sarkin couldn't put it up fast enough. 34 seconds left. And 34 seconds left for the Vikings to score. The ref is counting. They have to get across half court. And Sarkis steals it away. Goes inside. Foul and 1. A big, strong move by Sarkis. As it will be a foul on the sophomore, number 24, Hamid. Sarkis for her first. First free throws for the Wolves, and it's missed. 21 seconds now. Strumfield attacking the basket. Stops. Looked like a travel, but they didn't call it. No rebound, and it'll be a tied ball. And the ball will stay with the Vikings. Oh, missed call. Missed call by me. That's my mistake. 10 seconds left, but Niles West will get the ball now. A little miscommunication by the refs. They'll talk it out real quick. I believe the refs are checking who has the ball.
Yeah, we can't quite keep track, but both teams are taking this time, taking advantage of it to make sure that their teams know what the game plan is, for the last 10 seconds of the quarter. But, as they go on, tied up at 11.
Yeah, definitely, Bramley. It's a very close game, and it's very competitive, too. I mean, the crowd loves to see the competitiveness, and we have cheerleaders on the side of our game. I mean, we don't see this often, do we, Bramley?
Yeah, not every game, but West is special as, oh my goodness, the Vikings could come away with one last point. Jackson under pressure, cannot get it off, and what an end to a fantastic quarter here, Rhino.
I mean, definitely, Bramley. I mean, I couldn't see any other outcome but a tied game for such a good match. It's going into second quarter. What do you think, Bram?
I don't know what I think, but I think we're going to hand it down to Jacob Orenstein to tell us what's up. Jacob?
Good, Anthony. I mean, it's a good day to be Viking any day, but there's something about this day in particular that's even more special when you get to play Niles West. This is a great game in terms of atmosphere, and it's showing on the court. These are two teams that don't really like each other. If you kind of can hear us from down here, you can kind of hear a little bit of chirping here. These girls are aggressive, and it's going to be fun to watch them, and you can see it a lot with this strong defensive showcase. I cannot wait to watch some more girls basketball action.
And thank you there, Jacob. We're now going to head back to some more Viking girls basketball action. Boys, obviously coming at 7:30. Don't want to miss it. And I think it's great that we have this new format coming into the year. Oh, and 0.2 seconds remain on the first quarter clock. They say there's a foul with some time left, Rhino.
Oh, guess we're not in the second quarter yet. But 0.2 seconds. Jackson will take 2 at the line. Some crowd participation here. And she'll miss the first. Jackson's a great free throw shooter. Makes 50% at the line. She'll miss 2 there. Very surprising. And we will actually go into the second quarter now. What do you think, Bramley?
I think both teams are looking fantastic. Both of them are energized, as are the fan bases. It's kind of hard to see the Viking supporters right now, but they will be coming in later. And you've probably seen the Wolves already getting their hands in our shot. But, it's passion like that. They drive all the way up Grosse Pointe Road, the 3 miles, to come on and support their Wolves. So you just love to see it. As for the Vikings, they are obviously facing a tough crowd, as are they a team. So I think, just if you're a Viking, you got to stay mentally strong, which is something that Coach Danae Russell preaches, as she is right now down there. I mean, Rhino, more mechanically, what do you think both teams can be improving on going into the second?
I mean, definitely on their interior defense. I mean, you see a lot of teams shooting threes, but they're getting all their points inside. Some free throw shooting, too, as well. They have to also overcome that previous scoring beast that they used to have. Brianna Bolt graduated last year for the Vikings. I mean, that'll be a tough offensive. What else do I have to say? I mean, Brianna Bolt was a genius at scoring inside, and now they don't have that presence anymore, except with the presence of Iman Hamid. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the paint was, the go-to play for the Vikings, and losing Brianna Bolt, she's going on to do great things as a Saluki on track, but, back home at Niles North, we really have seen Iman Hamid come into her own as a junior, mind you, and, get back some of those points that we would have otherwise expected from a player like Bolt.
Yeah, definitely, but these Vikings look very inspired to take charge, and that's what they'll do right now, hopefully. Am I right, Bramley?
I think you are, and I'm so excited to see quarter number 2 of girls basketball.
And it looks like they'll actually clear out all the fouls for both sides. Both sides going in with 0 fouls, which is a plus for the for the Niles West Wolves, as they had 5 ending the quarter.
Yeah, I do want to shout out the Wolves here, specifically Sarkis, formerly a Middleton Elementary School Bulldog and now playing for the other side. Her height has come into play pretty much every time here, whether she's able to take a pass that otherwise, a Strumfeld would have gotten in the way of, or, just making her presence known, being big on the court and, going for the ball. So I think Sarkis has been a key weapon here as we enter the second.
Oh, definitely. And Quadri finds Hamid, and Hamid will travel on the pickup. Her first step and her second were too fast for the ball to hit the ground. And that factors in for a travel. West comes down very quickly. No press defense by the Vikings. Quick 3. Bekovic under. Misses 2. That'll be 2 misses for the Wolves. A 3 and a 2 after the rebound. The Wolves are fighting very well inside, having a lot more. They're rebounding better than the Vikings right now, and there's another rebound right now. The Vikings need to box out if they are going to capitalize inside, just like the Niles West Wolves. Kitty Dolly inside, and it looks like the Wolves are stronger inside now, comparing to last year with Brianna Bolt now gone. Tatar misses her first one. Dolly misses one, and it'll be picked up by Bernal, but Jackson will bring it down. No press there by the Wolves. And it looks like, inside Tatar, easy 2. Tatar is actually very strong inside, and there she shows it in the corner now. Inside, fakes one, goes up. Bekovic will miss it, rebounded by Hamid, and Quadri will take it the other direction. Hamid going inside on Bekovic, and she answers back. And the Vikings will now take the lead after a tie game, 15-13.
And that's exactly what we're talking about, being able to be aggressive right in the middle of the court there. It's going to bring those points. Although the Wolves don't need the inside of the court, they want to go outside for 3.
And that was Katie Dolly. She's been struggling outside, but hits her first one there. Great interior defense by the Wolves as we see no entry pass. Bernal passes it to a Wolves defender, but the Wolves only knock it out instead of stealing it. Bernal will take it out now on the sideline. Running a box inbound. In the corner, Bernal, quick 3, and it's short, air balls, and it'll go off the foot of a Wolves defender, and that's number 14, Madeline Tequila. Tequila confused about the call. And the ball finds Jackson. Schumfield misses, air balls. And it looks like last touch will be by Vanessa Bernal. And the Wolves will have it now. Applicus will take it down. Ooh, a little miscommunication there. Applicus thought Zhao was going to stay on the 3. Zhao cut it inside. And the pass did not complete. Schumfield, Bernal, press defense by the Wolves. Press zone defense. Schumfield inside, takes it for 2. and it'll be a 1-point lead, 17-16. There have been many lead changes now. That will be the 6th lead change of the night. Jackson. Outside Hamid. Good interior defense by the Wolves, but Hamid will miss her first one, gets her own rebound, and it's stolen away by Tequila. Applecus now. Inside. Bekovic takes a midi. He'll miss. Tatar. Jackson will bring it down. 4 minutes and 20 seconds now. The clock is just burning on the quarter now.
Yeah, and this has been a quicker quarter as Strumfeld goes down. A lot cleaner play, too, by both teams. And, you know, it's definitely showing, giving them more opportunities to put some points up. Like right now with number 2 from the Wolves. Oh, my goodness. That's Linnea Applequist with the 3.
Yeah, definitely, man. Great skill by Applequist. Just a junior and able to capitalize. There we go, and there a 2. That'll make it a tie game. Tatar will tie the game. Tequila cutting inside. Goes down Mead, but Tatar will rebound it. It was a miss. Jackson now taking it up slowly. Meets Wolves defender at the half. Applecus, good defense. And great defense by Katie Dolly of the Wolves. There will be some subs on the court for both teams. Great defense by the Wolves so far. And there will be a timeout. And it'll be from the Niles West. That'll be their first timeout. What do you think, Bramley? I mean, seeing both teams going at it, what do you think?
Yeah, you can definitely feel the aggression, you know, on the court, and it's because of this rivalry that's been going on for so long between Niles West and Niles North. Vikings have been looking pretty good, and their shooting today has been fantastic. I mean, you're going to run through some numbers here. Rayan Quadri usually shooting 30% from 2. I don't know how she shot today so far, but she definitely has more confidence. Aman Hamid, you know, we've been talking about a lot. One of the better shooters on this team, around 35% from 2, but you know, she's been looking even more solid today, and the Vikings are just fueled by, you know, the need and desire to take over, you know, Niles West on the court. As for the Wolves, you know, they've got some work to do, and they have been doing it. They've been keeping up pretty well with the Vikings. So, I mean, it'll be great to see, though, in the remaining 3.5 minutes here of the first half.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Bramley. I mean, it's a great game so far. Exactly as I say, it's tied coming out of the timeout. I expect nothing but a great game. Strumfield up top, dribbles it. Inside, number 42 from the Vikings, or number 40 from the Vikings, Blessing Anang. That'll be a miss. Bekovic inside, misses. Anang will grab the rebound, going the other way. Jackson now. Tatar back to the outside for Jackson. Jackson misses the pass. Strumfield recovers. I don't think she realized she had a dribble, but it'll be a foul on number 24 from the Wolves, Anna Apogianis. 2:50 now on the clock. Inbound. Finds Jackson inside for Tatar. Tatar fell down, and it'll be a foul on Sarkis, and it'll be on the baseline. That was her second. Oh, no, it was her first. Misspoke by me. But, yeah, Sarkis, that's her first. And it looks like the Wolves are getting physical now. Strumfield for 3. It'll go off the left side of the rim. Rebounded. Going the other way. Bekovic underneath. Great move, but no. A little dream shake by Bekovic there. Great footwork. And it'll be a travel onto Tar. Hamid and Quadri will sub in.
Yeah, we've seen the most whistles for traveling, and a lot of that is, just missing out on the fundamentals, just being excited to play here. It's very disappointing to see, especially from the Vikings, who otherwise would be probably up, and they've turned the ball over so many times just on the travels. It's unfortunate to see. Mon Hamid will rebound.
And Strumfield will go the other way. Oh! And there will be yet another travel call, but this one on Strumfield.
Yeah, Strumfeld, and that's their second. I think that was that Strumfeld who traveled the first call that we just saw?
Yeah, I believe so.
So, I mean, maybe she's got to tie her shoes, but either, Strumfeld got to stay in the game. Vikings have been doing pretty well otherwise, though, as Anang gets that rebound.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with great pressure defense by the Wolves. Almost thought there was a turnover by the Vikings, but Vikings now have Mead under. A little dream sake herself, but this will be a foul on Sarkis. And Hamid will go to the line for 2. Now Hamid has a little note for us. She says she loves basketball extremely and is an extremely competitive person. This is the first time she's ever played organized basketball since the 7th grade. And the first time she played basketball was in the 7th grade. And ever since, she's been competitive and involved. She grew up playing with her brother in the backyard, and that's what ultimately got her into sports. I mean, she's excited to work hard. And she'll make both at the free throw line. Number 23 is somebody I haven't seen before, Eric Chavez, subbed in for the Wolves. And it's stolen away by Strumfeld. Ooh, stolen away by Dolly. Great defense by Dolly. Chavez not able to complete the pass. And great defense by Dolly.
Yeah, and the Vikings, try to put that pressure on afterward, but Strumfeld wanted to be the third when she didn't need to be. Vikings got to make sure that they're aware of the help that the Wolves will be receiving and push back. Either way, great attempts by both teams.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just being connected to your teammates, I mean, that's really important. Team chemistry is also very important, as it may help you play better with your team. Trust goes a long way, and in the long run, it wouldn't hurt anybody. That's another 3 for Omer Kajic, and she misses her 5th 3. Going 1 for 5, Omer Kajic. Quadri finds Hamid inside, cutting inside on Bekovic. No charge call. Hamid grabs a rebound and takes a foul. Wolves very frustrated that there was not a charge call. It was honestly a very good play by Amira Bekovic. But there was just a no call by the refs. Refs saying it was not a contact foul. And now Hamid back up to the line. This is her 2nd time at the line. And the foul will be on number 23, Erica Chavez. And she'll miss the first one. And she'll miss the second one as well. And it'll be apple kiss to Chavez, but Chavez drops it off her foot. Dolly now inside, under. Ooh, it was almost, that was.
Yeah, she thought she was a jelly fan, man.
that was a nice move, honestly. Surprised me. Dolly has some skills. 21-19 now, 30 seconds left on the clock. Martin in the corner, loses it. Stolen by Omerkovic. Bekovic tries to save it, but her foot on the line when she touched it. And Vikings now have possession. 18 seconds now. And Martin going now. 15 seconds left. Hamid under the basket. Open lights. And it's green light for Hamid. 23-19, 3 seconds left. And she'll pass up the last shot. Great defense by the Vikings, 23-19 going into the halftime. And we'll go into halftime. What do you think, Bramley?
You know, I think both teams are playing so aggressively. This is the best basketball I think we've seen from, the Vikings all season, even considering that 4-1 record. But we're now going to hand it down to Jacob Ornstein. Jacob, your thoughts?
Thank you, Anthony. Now, this has been, pretty much, I think, it's lived up to our expectations. This has just been hard-nosed defensive game. One of the big takeaways, though, I've noticed in this quarter and the past quarter as well is the Vikings. They've had a lot of trips to the line. However, there is a little bit of a factor of distraction. And, I think the girls, they got to zone it out a little bit. They're missing a few free throws, but overall, this has been a very fun game, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Back to you, Anthony.
And thank you there, Jacob. We now have the Jersey Mike's halftime competition. Got a little kid here, future Viking perhaps, trying to make some baskets for some free sandwiches. He's at the top now. Oh my goodness. Kid's got ice in his veins, sinking that last shot. Now got one more here. The junior Viking ready to go. All right, it's Melissa. And Melissa's going to start under the basket. Good 2 to go. For the free throw. No good off to the right, but she's going to try again. Got 22 seconds left. Rolls out. She got robbed on that one. Melissa, you know what you're doing. You got it. And we already have some Viking grit developing, keeping on persevering despite, maybe this basket isn't regulation. Got to keep on going. The free throw does not go, but she's still going to go home with some deli ham and deli turkey, I believe, courtesy of Jersey Mike's. We like to thank Jersey Mike's for making some bomb sandwiches and also supporting Viking athletics here at Niles North High School. We are going to take a quick 8-minute break and be back with some more Crosstown Classic action. See you then. And welcome back, Viking Nation, to the Crosstown Classic, of course, between your Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves. My name is Anthony Bramley.
My name's Rhino.
And it's definitely been a fantastic game here so far. And this girls' duel, I mean, what have been your thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts, 17 starter points for the Vikings, a lot of starter contribution, and only 6 points from the bench. We've had actually a lot more Niles West bench points. 19 points scored by Niles West Wolves, but only, I believe, 8 points. Nope, 9 make that 12 points from the starters. A lot of Niles West could use a lot more starter contribution, but at least they're getting a lot of energy from their bench. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Rhino, the statistician, apparently. We also have, I'm sure you saw him, Leo Behrman, in the background. He's been supporting our athletics department for the past half year or so, taking photos of all of our programs. So we're grateful for you, Leo. You want to say anything to the fans?
Go Vikings!
Well, how about that? Go Vikings. You heard it from Leo Behrman. We are going to head back now to some more Viking action. Jacob, you want to lead them in? Jacob, oh my goodness. Now, Jacob will be commentating the boys basketball game that we are also hosting at 7:30 p.m. My apologies, Rhinoceros.
Thank you. Thank you for saying my full name too. I feel very respected here. No problem calling me Jacob though.
Yeah, I have to make up for it, you know.
Well, yeah, we'll end the break and we're coming back to the half. And it looks like Niles West will start with the ball. The music's still going. Keep dancing, Bramley. Keep dancing. So just dance.
I'm feeling the groove right now. You don't want to see it.
Just dance. Okay, that's enough of that. And then confusion by me. And it looks like the Vikings will actually get the ball coming into the quarter, or into the half, starting the half. Quadri going inside, but it looks like she'll take a foul. It looks like it was on number 10, Dolly, on a push foul. No shot action there, so she'll be under the basket. Quadri inbounding. Strumfeld. Jackson moving the ball around. Quadri for three, misses it. It'll go off the back of the rim, and Zhao will rebound that one. Dolly going straight inside, misses off the backboard, and so does Bekovic after her rebound. Bekovic finds Sarkis for three. Smooth jumper by Sarkis. It'll be a 1-point game, 23-22.
Incredible coming from the tallest player on the court, usually right inside that paint. Sarkis plays all over the place, as does Leah Jackson as she tried that corner three.
And Sarkis picked up the rebound on that one. Zhao now wanted to take the 3-1 dribble, no. Zhao back in the corner for three, misses. Bernal will have the rebound and will take it down. Finds Quadri actually, and she'll take it down. 7 minutes now on the clock. And to let you all know, these are 8-minute quarters, and there's a foul right before I answer that. A foul on a Viking. It will be on number 2. And number 2 is, wait, I believe he meant 3. And that'll be on Jackson, Leah Jackson. And the Vikings with the ball. Quadri attacking the basket. Oh, it'll be a push foul, and it will be a little conversation to Quadri by the ref, but this will be a foul, and it will be on number 24. And Apogis. Apogianis. And Bernal drops it, but it'll be last touch Sarkis. It went off her foot. And Martin will come into the game for Strumfeld. Bernal inbounding. Finds Quadri up top. Jackson in the middle. Attacking the basket, and it'll be a foul on Appelkist. And she'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, that was great to draw that by Leah Jackson. We saw, because she was starting so low trying to bring that ball up. You know, of course a hand was going to get in there, and of course it was going to be a whistle. Great IQ by Jackson.
But let's just talk about the aggressiveness by Appelkist not being afraid to reach in for that ball. I mean, what's the risk?
Well, I'll tell you the risk. Already 1 free point by Jackson.
Definitely. Jackson is dangerous from the free throw line. So she'll make it a 2-point. Could make it 3.
And to, you know, get quantitative here, Leah Jackson shooting half from the free throw line. One of the leaders on this team. And she'll improve that stat line and bring her Vikings to 25. Got subs in here right now as we continue.
Yeah, I believe that was Tatar who subbed in for Bernal. Vikings now up top. In the corner, number 22 skips it out. Appelkist inside. Number 40 skips it across. A lot of passing, but it doesn't look pretty. Oh, here we go. Some good ball movement here by the Niles West Wolves. Inside, number 40. And Kasanovic turns it over. Jackson picks up the loose ball, but it'll be a foul on a shot, and that was bad. Anna Apogianis picks up another foul. Jackson, man, she has been to the line a lot, and that is not something you want to see.
Yeah, but I mean, great aggression by her, and especially on defense. You know, Leah Jackson sells a better defensive product than the NBA nowadays. I mean, really getting hands in the face there again, aggressive. And it's paying off on the other side of the ball now. She's in prime position to take over and shoot the free throw. She'll miss the first, but she's got another one going. Now, I mean, if you're a Wolf, how do you stop the pressure that a player like Jackson brings?
Honestly, I don't think it's about stopping anything that Jackson brings. I think it's just not fouling her. I mean, she's doing most of her damage at the line right now. She has at least 8 points from what I can remember. And I might as well just say it's 9 points that she makes her second. They have been getting killed off of Jackson's free throws. I mean, if West wants to win, they have to stop fouling Jackson to go to the free throw line. And it will be a push foul. And I believe it will be on Quadri, but it could be on Hamid. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, disappointing. They signaled 14, but there is no 14 on the court. We're going to assume that they meant 15, but.
No, they meant 24.
24. Yeah, did you see it too? I only saw one on that hand.
Honestly, I didn't even see a hand, but I mean, I guess body contact is tough to call. I mean, it's a hard see for the refs, but if they don't like it, they'll call the foul. I mean, you just respect the call at that point. Am I right?
Yeah, and especially when you've got a dangerous shortage of officials in the state of Illinois. As Tatar will draw a foul. That whistle blown by an official, and of course we need them. So if you want to make a little bit of money, stay active and stay involved in your community, you know, why not apply to be an IHSA official? You can check out that program at ihsa.org. That's ihsa.org. Here's Brianna Tatar shooting for 2. The first, you know, the shot looks a little bit flat, but it goes right in, Rhino.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Tatar, that's a new free throw for me. I've never seen a shot that goes in like that. Very flat, but Niles West Wolves, 6 fouls starting off the half. I mean, that's not a good look for the Wolves, especially for their defense after I just complimented them. Bekovic makes a move. Dream shake goes in. She has very good footwork from what I can see. I mean, Quadri's going to attack Appelkist now. Finds in the corner Leah Jackson. And Tatar in the middle. And she'll make that an easy 2, going up on Karasinovat. Appelkist will take it the other way. Oh, she passed it to her teammate who wasn't looking, And Quadri fumbles an open layup. Hamid back to Tatar. Tatar misses that one. It's rebounded by, it's a loose ball. And Hamid will pick up, it looks like she stepped on the line, no call. But it'll be a timeout by the Vikings. Good call by the coach to call a timeout while they had possession. And Mount Hamid got trapped in the corner. What do you think?
Yeah, scary situation to be in if you're Hamid. It actually almost looked like she already got pushed out of bounds, but, Coach Russell doesn't want to risk the call and the turnover. So, I mean, the Vikings have been looking pretty strong so far this quarter. We're about 3.5 minutes through. And if you'll bring your attention to the front row of the Vikings student section, we got some Santas going on here. The student body did pick a holiday theme for this game, as they have in prior years. So it's just great to see student section coming out. They're making some lists and checking them twice, Rhino.
Oh, definitely. I also make some lists and check them twice. I would like to bring to you my outfit. Oh, wait, we got to get back into the action. But yeah, that's my outfit as well. Inside. Oh, a loose ball. Oh, some nice action we almost missed there, and it'll be a tied ball. The refs, I believe, couldn't see it, so they called a tie ball instead, and it'll go to the Niles West.
But you do wear it well, just know that.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that you guys all see my purple shirt as well that says North runs the pack, the Wolves pack. Just want to make that clear. And it looks like the Wolves will turn it over. Oh, no. It'll be a travel violation by number 22, Iranto, sorry. She's a sophomore, but she'll help Niles West to maybe come back from the 6-point deficit. Oh, it's fumbled away by Bernal. But I believe last touch was by Niles West. So the Vikings will inbound on the sideline near their baskets. Monamid outside. 4 minutes now. Jackson inside, just inside the three-pointer. That'll be a good two, though. Jackson. Woo. If this is how she plays basketball, I wonder how she plays soccer. And it'll be 30-26. Oh, 32-24. Wow, almost a 10-point lead now.
And I got to be honest, I was not expecting it to come out this way. I don't think you were either. Usually the Vikings don't have as much stamina, but the Wolves now showing some cracks.
Oh, definitely. I mean, their defense is breaking after I complimented their interior defense. They had to make some subs, but they are getting very physical inside with the Vikings. And Bernal will take it out under the net after a foul by number 24. That is Apogianis. And Martin takes a three, misses, it hits the backboard only, and it's rebounded by number 10, Katie Dolly. Applekiss. Dolly now for an open three. Boom! Wow, she can play. What do you think, Ram?
I mean, that is, you look in the dictionary and you look for a three-point, I mean, just beautiful, great arc on it, beautiful shot, uncontested. If you're a Viking, you got to be concerned that, you're not putting any pressure on. As the Wolves are right now on Leah Jackson, she finds herself on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful shot by Katie Dolly, but it gets tied up on the ground with Leah Jackson, and it'll go to the Wolves. Dolly finds Applekiss, who finds Bekovic, who finds number 24. Oh, and she'll throw it away. That was Apogianis. I am having a hard time saying her name. Apogianis. Apogianis, yeah. She has a big name, but, man.
She brings big plays to this game as well.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Let's see now what the Vikings do with that turnover by Alpagianis. Martin now. Hamid. Bernal. Ooh. Good hands by Dolly. And the Vikings with good good ball movement. I'm stuttering on that one. Hamid now taking it. Oh, finds Jackson in the corner. Martin open midi. And she'll make that one. Great ball movement by the Vikings, I gotta say it. I mean, 7-point lead now, 34-27. That was great ball movement by the Vikings. You wouldn't want it any other way. Every coach's dream. You are seeing good team chemistry. Oh, and this is the rivalry. You are seeing diving on the floor. This is real physicality. I mean, both teams want to win. I mean, 34-27, those are big numbers, but it's really not that big of a lead. Any team could win.
Yeah, it is anyone's game. Vikings just still holding a bit of the edge as Bernal and Jackson playing a little 1-2. But look at the Wolves. They're playing so close on the Vikings. You got forced to travel, too. But, you know, it's not something that we usually see, you know, such tight defense going right up on the player. But it's great to see that the Vikings have the energy to put the kind of pressure on.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Dolly now with the ball. 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock. Dolly in the corner, Zhao. And she'll miss that one. Rebounded by Kara Stevanic. And Alpagianis for three. Boom! I believe that's her second three-point make. 34-30. Great energy by Niles West after that made bucket by Alpagianis.
And Nicholas Socorro almost gets knocked out of his seat, the starting quarterback for our football team. I mean, we'll have to see the crowd involvement, just usually not like that, as Michelle Ponce is in.
Oh, definitely. I just saw her too, number 13 for the Vikings. And Ray Quadri. Bernal cutting inside. I believe it was a loose ball foul on number 40. That's Kara Stanovic. I keep saying your name wrong. Apologies. Kara Stanovic. But that will be her second foul of the game. 34-30. Hamid will go to the line. 4-2. The Wolves now in the bonus. This is they have been in the bonus all 3 quarters. I mean, shows some physicality, but I am surprised that the Vikings don't have more fouls. I don't know if that means they are staying clean or they are just not being physical enough. I mean, I would like that more represented in the fouls, but I mean, Hamid will make 1 out of 2. And it'll be 35-30. 1 minute now on the clock. Inside Bekovic. Dolly trying to make a move, but it looks like the Vikings zone will stop it. Oh, a slow pass. It's stolen away by Alpagianis. And maybe that's what you were talking about, big plays. Alpagianis takes a steal but doesn't capitalize.
Yeah, Alpagianis making a ton of those. And, you know, the Wolves have been playing very tricky on stuff like that. Vikings, guys, stay attentive, keep your eyes on the game, and be aware of players like Alpagianis, the number 24 in red, as she now shoots for 3. Gets robbed, but, you know, she has obviously been one of the big players here for this Wolves team.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Alpagianis, I think she wanted to draw. Oh, wow. She wants to make big plays, that's for sure. But that will be a blocking foul by Alpagianis. She has 4 fouls now. Ref checking up on her. Thank you, ref, for checking up on her. 6 fouls now for the Wolves.
And, you know, it's great to see, you know, despite the rivalry, Viking student section clapping as she got up. And so still a lot of love between these sister schools. Be Rayan Quadri, the number 15 from the Vikings shooting.
And some history on her that we have from last year. She was the 3rd highest scorer last year. I believe she was behind Brianna Bolt. And who was that second scorer last year?
It was Aman Hamid.
Oh, wow. Aman Hamid. I did not know that. but here we see two of the highest scores from last season, Iman Hamid and Quadri pouring up. And hopefully Quadri can become that first option, but Hamid looks like she's number one right now. 36-30, 24 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like a travel violation. I believe they called down number 15. Although I don't believe that was a good call, as she just had the ball and took a shot. Rachel Chi, number 15 for the Wolves. Oh.
Issue with the clock, both on our end and at home. Unfortunate to see. I guess we can blame Coach Gary Butler of the football team if you want. But I mean, hey, let's talk about his season. You know, first year as a head coach, definitely had some history with the Vikings before. Now coming in and definitely improving the record for our Vikings program. You know, he's calling it a new north, and a lot of that is coming with accountability on the field and off, so you love to see it. Final seconds in the third quarter now.
Oh, definitely. Bramley's a do-it-all reporter, so he knows everything about everybody in this gym. So Quadri will go up, misses. Iman Hamid ends the half. Oh, 3 seconds left. Niles West at the half, top of the three. Dolly will airball it, and that will push the Viking momentum now to 38-30. And we'll go down to Jacob Orenstein.
Thank you, guys. And, man, I don't know about you guys, but that quarter went on for what felt like an eternity. And, you know, that speaks a lot to the conditioning of both of these programs. And I think that's going to be something key. This game is still close going into the fourth quarter. And I think that the main key is just going to be to lock in and make sure you save enough energy. I cannot wait to watch this fourth quarter. Back to you guys.
And we thank you, Jacob Orstein. Sorry I interrupted you there. I just want to make sure that everyone at home can hear the analysis. You know, Jacob has been one of the biggest parts of our Viking media program for the past couple of years, and it's great to see him, you know, jump into several roles. He is hoping to go into sports broadcast journalism in college. And we have a lot of similar stories here for Viking media participants. Rhino wants to go into it like he's a former basketball player. He wants to stay in the realm. And many others, as I'm sure we'll hear about throughout the night. It's now going to be the fourth and final quarter of this girls' basketball match between your Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves. Vikings up 38-30. And they've been putting up quite the fight against the Wolves. I mean, as we came in, it was pretty, you know, like I'm at a loss for words just because I'm proud of our Vikings team, and obviously some energy in the room, but Vikings were looking really good, you know, keeping it close, but now they've taken the advantage. And as we have the shot, Rayan Quadri bringing her team to 41.
Oh yeah, I mean, a smooth jumper. Oh, sorry, it's 30-40.
Okay, we thought the score was going to get revised, but we are keeping it for 40.
And Bernal now has the ball. Jackson will bring it up, finds Hamid in the middle. Only one defender, one behind, but it's stolen away by Dolly. Dolly will go the other way. She has been playing great. 8 points for her team. And Appelkiss for three, will miss. Tatar will grab a rebound. And Quadri. Now Jackson will bring it down, 7:30. We just started this quarter, fourth quarter action for the Skokie skirmish. Dolly's gonna bring it down for the Wolves after a turnover by Jackson. And in the corner, Sarkis. Oh, Dolly's wide open in the corner. That is not good look, but that is not a good look for Vikings. Wow, it is just a messy ball going on. And it looks like it'll be a timeout by the Wolves. I think they want to regroup and gather because that was a lot of messy ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a quicker timeout here, called by Niles West. Both teams still have 2 remaining. Now, we do want to remind you that we will be having the boys basketball game in the Crosstown Classic here at 7:30. So you have about 45 minutes, and we'll have even more Viking action for you. I mean, Rhino, are you enjoying this night so far?
Well, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I enjoy that score. What do you think, Bram? I mean, 30-40.
30-40, not bad whatsoever. And I'm just excited to see if they can keep it up. Jacob, what are your thoughts so far? Jacob's now upstairs with us. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. It's been fun to watch this game from downstairs. It's starting to see this place fill up a little bit. There's a certain holiday magic in the air.
Certainly, and Jacob's going to be on the call with me for that boys game. You won't want to miss it. Niles West in possession.
Now we have Applekiss, who finds Zhao. And good ball movement, tries to get inside, but I believe it's poked away by a Viking. I believe that hand was Ray on Quadri. Another minute goes by, 6:25 on the clock. Oh no, she's in the quarter. Dolly misses that. She's been dangerous from 3 so far, but she misses 2 of her last in the fourth quarter. And Quadri will take it down. Jackson gets it past half court. Tatar, open lane. Oh, she tried to stop, but took too many steps before the gather. So that'll be a travel. Good call by our ref. Under the rim, 6:05 now. Applekiss. Met halfway by Jackson. Inside, goes back to Dolly outside. She goes inside. Free lay. Dolly doing most of her damage inside. Dow push her to 10 points. Monamid. And now it's a 10-point lead. Applekiss. Zhao inside. Bekovic. Ooh, great big block by Brianna Tatar. Wow, you really see the strength from Brianna Tatar there. I mean, she's just a junior, and yet you see her big strength. What do you think?
Yeah, she's definitely been an integral part of the program this year and last year, but she's certainly coming into her own. I do want to take the opportunity to apologize about our streaming setup. We can't show any cameras but this one, so at least we got a good angle going as Leah Jackson has the ball.
Oh, Quadri gets stopped. Zhao, great hand. Oh, and Bekovic. Niles West has been very good defensively. I say that even though they are losing right now, but they actually have pretty good active hands to stop entries inside. And part of that is to Amira Bekovic of the Niles West. I mean, she has great hands, and she has, I believe, when she came into the half, she had 6 points. She's been very good for Niles West, but hopefully she stops that and it just becomes an easy win for the Vikings. Vikings 42-32. 5 minutes left on the clock. There have been a lot of scramble balls. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, you can certainly tell it's from the energy, coming into a rivalry game like this. Niles North and Niles West, always going to be a good one. And we're definitely seeing it here. Vikings, though, breaking out of the, trying to back and forth, and, now up 10 points consistently with 5 minutes remaining.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, just look at that crowd. Our stands have started to fill up. Coming into the fourth. We get to see the end of action, and we even get to celebrate it. I said that prematurely and quietly. Hopefully that doesn't jinx me. Hamid, top of the free throw. Vanessa Bernal for 3. And it'll go off the side of the rim. Bekovic with yet another rebound. She has at least 5 from what I can remember. Maybe even more. Sark is cutting inside. Quadri with the hand there, and that's a steal for Quadri. Jackson trapped. Good defense by Sarkis, but Bernal gets it. Oh, they do not call a foul. They'll call a good hand by Niles West to hit that off her body. Bernal will throw it out. And that was good defense by Katie Dolly. Sarkis in the corner. She won't take that one. It'll go off her foot, and it's stolen away by Iman Hamid. Oh, Quadri ran right into Applecast. Quadri ran right into Applecast, and they will call a travel, no foul, as Applecast's feet were planted. And Iman Omer Kajic will check into the game. And Bekovic inside finds Omer Kajic for 3. That one will miss. And she is 6 for 2 for threes right now. Jackson picks up her loose ball, and the Vikings will reset the play. And Tatar attacking the middle. Jackson now attacking the center, and boom! She'll put in a layup to make it a 12-point game. Only 3 minutes now for the Wolves. I would be scared if I were a Wolves fan. Good ball movement to get it inside to Bekovic, but it'll roll around the rim. The Wolves will get their own rebound, and it'll be a foul on Iman Hamid. Katie Dolly being very aggressive inside. I mean, every time she goes inside, it looks like she's looking for points. The Vikings have to do something to cut that off. But it looks like a very secure score for the Vikings. 44-32. Dolly missed her first one. For her second now. She'll make that one. Tatar attacking the middle. And Bekovic, good defense. She'll get the rebound as well. And Applecast will go the other way. Dolly now. Dolly. And Tatar will rebound that one. West trying to stay active on defense, pushing it. Jackson. And we'll get set. And it's stolen away by Zhao. Ooh, great move by Bekovic. She'll take the and one foul. Quadri was not set. And it'll be a blocking foul, but it will also be a shooting foul as she converts that one into 2, and she is at the line for her 3rd point.
And you certainly love to see the aggression from Rayon Quadri, but, at a time like that, when you just have to protect your lead, don't want to be too aggressive, and especially not, elicit an and 1. So we can now see, the Wolves bring it within 8.
Oh, definitely. And she'll miss the second one. Jackson Martin, who just checked in. Oh, great defense by the Wolves, but Jackson cuts inside. Jackson has been very good at getting inside. Iman Hamid, Quadri in the corner, doesn't take the 3, and she'll reset the play. Jackson. Oh, it looks like the Vikings are being very careful. Martin, great scramble by Martin. Hamid now to Quadri. If West wants to win, they have to do something. They are being too passive. And there it goes. 2 minutes now on the clock, but Vikings were able to waste at least 1 minute. What do you think, Bramley?
Yeah, and the strategy by the Wolves is kind of similar to what was happening with the boys' game at the Paul Prep. They were playing the, 3A defending state champions, and the Paul Prep kids had not a big lead. It was about 8 points, but then the Vikings just took too long to start fouling. I don't know, they were getting nervous and they didn't want to do it. So you kind of see the same thing from the Wolves. If they could have gotten more aggressive earlier, they definitely could have had way more opportunities to shoot and bring it closer. Now you have to hope that the Vikings aren't sinking those free throws, and then you have to score your own points. So it's definitely a lot more to think about than just a minute 54 remaining in the game. I mean, Rhino, you've played like actual organized basketball. How do you feel about those kind of tactics when you're, so close to the end and you just have to keep on pushing?
I mean, it was a bad choice to let a minute go by on that one play. I would start fouling, but now we're at 2 minutes. There's no going back in time. We're at 2 minutes. Wolves, we're probably going to see some more threes out of them just to catch up on the points. But not only threes, we're also going to see a lot more fouls, which is bad. Or actually, the Wolves have less fouls this quarter than any other quarter. Only one foul going into the 2 minute mark. But yeah, we're going to have to see more aggressiveness by the Wolves defense. We're going to see Vikings just dribble it around for a while and pass it around just to try and take out the clock. But, there we go. Active hands by Wolves. This makes this more of a competitive game. Bernal looking around. It gets to a Viking, but Viking on the ground. That's Quadri. Great scramble. Great scramble on the loose ball. Ooh. And it'll be a foul on Kitty Dolly.
But, these fouls don't even look intentional. If I'm the Wolves, I'm just hugging, I'm getting right on them because I can't waste any more of this clock. It's 1:41 remaining in the biggest game of the season. I'm down 9 points. I got to be putting my hands on, and they're not in foul trouble, so it's not like it's an automatic bonus, but either way, it's not looking great. Now the Wolves pushing, really pushing, trying to get it going.
Oh, definitely. About what you said, when I played, I was in the situation where we were down at least 8, but my coach told me to just go for the ball. At least we were going for the ball, even if they call a foul, and Hamid will push that lead now to 11. The Wolves had much more chance earlier, but now it's looking like a safe game for the Vikings. There we go, another first three of the 2 point mark. And it'll be Vikings ball. What I was saying earlier, if I was in the Wolves position, I would just be reaching for the ball. What goes to show, it's either you get a steal or you get a foul. One stops the clock also, or one, you either get the ball. But yeah, the Vikings, safe lead going into the minute mark, and the Vikings will call a timeout. Not too happy with the ball movement. It looks too messy for her. And Coach Russell will clean that up for them.
Yeah, you can't let that ball movement be messy when, your opponent needs to be getting those steals, and, they definitely have the athletic ability to. In fact, if I'm the Vikings, I'm not passing so much because I know that the Wolves are not trying to foul, really. I want to keep it with me as long as I can. And you see, even the Wolves, they're backing off. No, you got to get aggressive. You got to get in there. You got to get the whistle and, try to salvage what you got with a minute remaining in the Crosstown Classic. Do you think it could still be done, Rhino?
I honestly don't. With the aggressive, with this kind of passiveness, they won't be winning, or it won't even be a close game. And Iman Hamid gets one under the basket. They won't take open shots now because they do not want the Wolves to get any points. They want this lead, and it's under a minute now. Ooh. And it looks like it'll be a T on number 15 for the Vikings. Oh. Yeah, it will be on Rayon Quadri. That'll be a technical, and the Wolves will get a free throw and the possession of the ball.
And I mean, that's what the Wolves are looking for, you know, in such a dire situation. I'm not sure that I 100% agree with that tech, but, you know, it's the rule of the officials, and you got to respect it. Rayon, I guess, just having a little bit too much energy. And now the officials are debating the call with 55.4 seconds to go. The tech will be confirmed as the Vikings remain up 11. Now the Niles West coach trying to figure it out. I mean, Rhino, 55 seconds to go. What do you think both sides are thinking?
I actually believe that that Niles West is choosing a free throw shooter. Yeah, and they'll pick Applicus as their free throw shooter. Applicus will go to the line for, I don't know if it's 1 or 2. I don't know the rule of high school.
It's got to be 2.
Yeah, it will be 2. Yeah. Applicus will miss their first. And that's Apoyanis checking in. And Michelle Ponce checked in for Quadri. Viking fans getting loud. I mean, I think they're ready for the boys' game. What do you think?
I mean, I'm just ready to see V for Viking victory here with the girls. At any rate, it's number 24, Apoyanis, trying to keep the Wolves in the game. Clock is running. Goes across, and oh my goodness, fumbled. Now Michelle Ponce is going to hand it off. And here's the pressure. Get the ball over to Hamid, and it's a foul. 42.3 remaining in the game. And it's now Ahmad Hamid, sister of Bilal Hamid, shooting. And of course, we mentioned him because Bilal Hamid is actually a member of Viking Media. He's upstairs here right now as we prepare to broadcast the boys' basketball game coming up in just half an hour. Air ball on the other free throw as the Wolves take possession in the final 40.
Oh, definitely. This was a great game. I honestly would not mind this score for the Wolves. They played a great game defensively. It's just they got teared down inside by Leah Jackson. I mean, every time Leah Jackson goes inside, they would foul her. I mean, Leah Jackson makes her free throw at a 50% mark. I mean, that's not a great. And Armana Rizvi coming in. You can't see her right now, but you can definitely hear her presence by this fan reaction. Oh, she's getting ready to score on the other end already. Bernal is going to try to pass in, gets taken by the Wolves, and they're trying their best to stay in this game, gets kicked out to the corner for a 2. No good. Bernal with the rebound, and the foul is called. And it looks like we are in the bonus for the Vikings. Vikings will go to the line, stop clock. But yeah, 13 seconds now. We're counting down, so this is a great game by the Vikings. The Vikings will pull out with the win, 46-36.
Anything can happen in high school ball.
Let's see. With Vanessa Bernal making that free throw, it doesn't look too bright for the Wolves.
Yeah, after that one shot, I don't think it's good anymore. Hey, here's Bernal with her second. It goes out. Rebound by the Wolves. 10 seconds to go. She lets the 3 fly. It's no good. And Michelle Ponce going to keep it in for the end of this Crosstown Classic between your Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves. In the girls' game, the Vikings are going to take this one 47-36. Rhino, any closing thoughts before we transition to the boys?
Great game by the Vikings. I mean, we just saw Leah Jackson. Leah Jackson leads the team in scoring. At least I believe so. I mean, she went to the free throw line enough times for me to believe it. Leah Jackson and Aman Hamid leading their team. Just junior and sophomore. I mean, we have a bright future for girls basketball. But yeah, they end it with a win, and that'll push their record to what?
It's going to be 5-1 for the Vikings. We are going to step away now as it is about time for the boys' Crosstown Classic. Gonna wait for them to come on out. Obviously, they don't want to interrupt the celebrations. We got a Viking on the back of another Viking as they walk off.
Well, thank you for watching. I'm Rhino.
And oh my goodness, some of our Viking media members met the mayor of Niles. And obviously a lot of excitement here as we get ready for this next game. And yeah, I believe they met the Niles mayor, George Alpoyanis. Oh, well, there you go. That's who's here to support. You know, hey, that family runs a great restaurant, Cappy's, over there on the border of Morton Grove and Niles. Used to go all the time.
Mr. Mayor, I'm so sorry for saying your name wrong.
I might be saying it wrong, too. But, you know, great to see, you know, our public officials coming here to support the kids. Got some crowds moving, but hopefully you all stay put to watch the boys basketball game coming up soon. We are going to briefly step away as we get ready. See ya in just 1 minute. And welcome back, Viking Nation, to the Crosstown Classic between your Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves. My name is Anthony Bramley.
And I am the Snake, Jacob Ornstein.
Jacob was downstairs as a courtside reporter last game for the girls' game. Girls winning, by the way. And now he's up here to call the boys with me. So it'll definitely be exciting. We'll be back with you in about 8 minutes. See you then. We also would like to apologize for some of the technical difficulties that we've been facing throughout the night. Maybe the Wolves are trying to jinx us here. But we, of course, always want to bring you the best possible broadcast experience. And hopefully we have most of the issues fixed by now. So, hey, you plan on supporting the Vikings more throughout the year, then please do like and subscribe. And you can always catch us at nnvikings.com. That's nnvikings.com.
And good evening, Vikings, and welcome to the Crosstown Classic Boys Basketball Edition. I'm Jacob Orstein. I'm here with my partner in crime, Anthony Bramley. Anthony, the vibes are up. How pumped are you?
I am extremely pumped. I'm excited to be here. You know, this is my 4th Crosstown Classic at Niles North, and so it's just great to see, everyone come out. That bottom row of the student section is packed. Niles West has packed this balcony, and so hopefully we have a positive environment. But you'll love to see the competition between these two schools, Vikings and Wolves. It doesn't get better than this, Jacob.
Oh, 100%, Anthony, and it's going to be loud this entire game. You're going to hear us get a little louder than normal because this game means that much. However, it looks like it is going to get a little quiet as we're going to get the national anthem here in a moment, and it is a holly jolly vibe here, Anthony. The student section's decked out in Christmas gear, putting me in the holiday mood.
Yeah, Vikings right for the holidays. It's the student-picked theme here. I'm just excited to see what we got going on tonight. Both teams looking dangerous. Got some familiar faces for the Wolves. We got Daryl Toney III over there, as do we have Asani Dixon at Niles West. Both of them formerly playing at Niles North, so that adds just another layer of competition here.
And the competition is going to be intense. And we had a great girls basketball game previously. Girls pulling out the win there. And Niles North, I think they're going to be looking for the sweep here. And the Vikings appear to be taking the court right now. And we are going to line up for the national anthem.
Let's go ahead.
Andy Simon sucks.
And we know it was kind of hard to get the audio there, obviously with the loud crowd. But trust me, this group directed by Mr. Nahan, it sounded incredible.
Yeah, certainly, Anthony. And we are just about to meet both of the starting lineups here.
We're going to start with the Niles West Wolves. Number 3, Felix Ortiz. Number 5, Jace Lloyd. Number 20, Devin McApinlick. Number 24, Phoenix Fisher. Number 25, Daryl Toney III. And of course, they've got a fantastic coaching staff over there at Niles West. Now, Jacob, it's time to meet our Niles North Vikings.
And you bet it is, Anthony. And let's meet your Vikings. The senior, number 2, Reed Olson. And the junior, number 3, Red Punzal. And senior number 12, Dylan Lamb. And the man, the myth, the legend, number 21, senior Hunter Gowron. And number 34, junior Musaf Rexby. Your starting lineup for the Niles West Vikings, head coached by the legend Glenn Olson. And it's just about time for some Crosstown Classic basketball, Anthony. Coach Olson on the court trying to give his boys some final encouragement right before tip-off, and I cannot wait for this basketball action. This is one of the biggest games of the year for both of these teams. They've circled this game on the calendar since last season, and Niles West, they've lost 8 straight, so this game means that much more to them.
And you know what was especially incredible about last time these teams met, it was later in the season and it went to triple overtime. So definitely a lot to get done on this court tonight.
So the tip-off about to happen. And here we go. Vikings win the tip. Reed Olson in the backcourt. He finds Gowron, and Gowron is looking around, loses the ball a little bit, and Gowron takes the shot. No, won't go. Out of bounds on Daryl Toney. And Vikings will retain possession. Reed Olson is going to inbound it. And he gets it off to Rexby. Back to Olson. Rexby in the middle, loses it a little bit. Gowron in the paint, gets it. Put a couple on the board for Hunter Gowron.
First points on the board, and you can already tell the Vikings are bringing energy to this court, getting wherever they need to go, especially Gowron, one of the top playmakers for the Vikings.
Felix Ortiz for the Wolves. He gets it out to number 20. Double teamed. And Rexby. And he's getting a little aggressive early there, sending the Wolves down in front of the student section.
And this is classic high school basketball, the number 20 from the Wolves. That's Devin right in front of the student section. Obviously the nerves are high.
Ortiz with it. He gets in the middle and pulls over Rexby, and he'll take that charge just like a champ.
And the official threw that fist with such vitriol. He is pumped, as is everyone else in this gym. That'll be number 34, Mustafa Rexby, to inbound to Olson.
So Olson taking it. He dishes it over to Gowron over the Punzal. Back to Olson. And out to Dylan Lamb in the corner. No, won't go. Almost goes out of bounds, but West will retain possession. Well, they will get possession, that is. And here's Ortiz with it, guarded by Punzal. Hits Lloyd. And denied by Rexby. Olson rebounds. And dishes it all the way down the Gowron, and he is fouled by the Wolves. Number 44, fouling Gowron.
And Rexby making his presence known already with that block. He averages just 0.8 blocks per game, but already he is coming out strong on the defensive end of the ball as Gowron takes it in.
So Rexby with it, gets it over to Olson. Long three from Reed Olson, and he sinks it! Reed Olson!
Are you kidding me, Jacob? Olson already making plays, making shots for the Vikings. You'll love to see it.
So now the Wolves with it, number 20, Naka Pinalock. He gets it out to Ortiz. And double-teamed Ortiz, gets to the 44, and ups he goes! No, but gets the second chance opportunity. The Wolves strike again, or actually, strike first it looks like. Here's Reed Olson, who gets it over to Rexby, and drills through the paint and puts some more on the board for him. So here comes the Wolves. And with it now is Niles West, guarded by Punzal. Gets it out to number 5, Lloyd, and who gets it to number 24 for the Wolves. Lloyd now with it again, and almost poked by Gowron. Gowron takes a tumble, but Lloyd gets it. and pushes Rexby a little bit. I believe that is a foul on the Vikings.
Hey, either way, you got to love the physicality on both sides, and it hasn't become totally dangerous yet, but you can feel the hatred in the gym already.
And some whistles blowing. So the Wolves are going to inbound it. Ortiz now. He gets it out to Fisher. Gets it over to number 5, Lloyd. Lloyd with it back over to Ortiz. Long through from Ortiz. Won't go. Rexby rebound. Gets it to Olsen. Reed Olsen now surveying, commanding the floor. Gets it to Punzal. And driving through. Dishes it to Garrett. And effortless by Hunter Garrett. And that's a timeout. And the Vikings are fired up.
My voice is already killing me, Jacob, and you can tell why the energy here, and as you call it, the loud house on Lawler, is incredible, and the Wolves are definitely feeling the pressure by this, festive Viking crowd calling that first time out. Already, what are some deficiencies you're seeing by the Wolves?
I think a lot of what they're going through right now is they're letting the crowd kind of get in their head a lot. This Niles North crowd has been very vocal throughout this game, leading up to the game, and they're making it hard for them. And it's hard to play a game on the road, especially a game like this. And Niles West, they haven't been able to slow down. They haven't really had a moment to slow down the crowd and slow down the game itself. So you got to see them work a little bit. They got to get a crowd silencer if they want to control.
Part of the reason they haven't been able to do it is because the Vikings are bringing the energy, but I feel like that could come at a disadvantage later on. They're doubling up on men that they don't really need to, and so it could get dangerous for them.
So Niles West with it. Number 20, Nakapalak gets it out to Fisher, and in the middle, number 44, and Dylan Lamb dives on it, Viking ball! And Dylan Lamb, he put his life on the line for that basketball.
Yeah, definitely. And it's players like Lamb that saved the Vikings from trouble when, again, you had Olsen pushing up, doubling up on the perimeter when it's not necessary. And so hopefully they can keep up the stamina later on with such energy.
And Gowron gets the feed from Bunzal and gets it slow for drama, but it doesn't matter. He knocks it through. 11-2. The Vikings are on a roll here. Here comes the Wolves. And number 5 for the Wolves takes a shot. That was Lloyd. And rebound Vikings. Here comes Reed Olsen. And this now starts through section. Taunting. And Hunter Coward tries to go up for the big play. It's not going to pay off. And the Wolves capitalize.
The worst person to be blocked by is the basket as the Vikings try again. Air ball by Lamb, and the adrenaline is certainly flowing here, Jacob.
And the Wolves student section going to let him hear it. And knocking it through, Felix Ortiz. Vikings still have a lead, 11-6. Here's Olsen. Driving through and set to the ground by Lloyd. There were some whistles, and I believe Reed Olsen is going to the line for a couple shots. Yes, he is. And we're going to hear this Niles West student section get loud for the first time tonight during these free throws. And Reed Olsen misses it, and Rexby is going to come out in for the Vikings. Mr. Aura, Andy Simon. Here comes Olsen. And he makes the other one, so give Reed a little bit of credit for that trip to the line. The Vikings walk away with a point. So here comes Makapalik, and Olsen tries to pick it off, couldn't quite get it, and that was some witchcraft on the pass.
Wolves kind of making a joke of the Vikings defense at times. They just got to stay aware as Andy Simon, Mr. Aura, is in the game.
So Dylan Lamb taking it outside, gets it out to Olsen. And here's Mr. Ora. Simon driving through, and falling down is Felix Ortiz of the Wolves. And Niles North will still inbound. And Ortiz for the Wolves is gonna come out. Checked in for him is Joshua Herrera, the 5'8", 140 senior guard, looking to make something happen tonight. Here's the Vikings. Gowron gets to Olsen. 3 for Olsen. Knocks it down. That's his second 3 of the night.
And let's talk about Olsen. His three-point shooting has been inconsistent throughout the season. He's shooting 37.5. Now, I think he's made pretty much all of them, maybe one miss, so definitely feeling the energy here.
And energy is a key one. And Lamb diving on it. Here comes Lloyd. And denied by Hunter Gowron. Out to the corner. Niles West sinks the 3. Credit to Phoenix Fisher.
Hey, shout out to Garn. It's hard to be completely clean on a block like that, and he certainly got it done.
So the Vikings will take it after that 3. Here comes Reed Olsen. Mr. Orog has it, and back over to Olsen. Back to Andy Simon, who gets it back to Olsen. Driving through, Olsen, no, rebound, Gowron, and gets the second chance bucket. Hunter Gowron having himself a night in the paint.
Yeah, Hunter Gowron, he's made a lot of people notice, like Michael O'Brien of the Sun-Times, and saying he's underrated, one of the top in Chicagoland, and he's definitely proven that here tonight as the Wolves take the ball. Driving through, and that's 2 for Red.
Lloyd puts it back in, and now this Viking lead sure getting a tiny bit, but 17-13, the Vikings still have a little bit of momentum and the lead. Here comes Olsen, guarded by Lloyd, and gets it over to Gowron, and upsy daisy goes Gowron! Reverse layup, puts it on in, and Hunter Gowron adding more to his spectacular first quarter.
Yeah, gave it a little bit of French too, and now he's going to take it
And
down.
here comes Hunter Gowron. You don't like this. And here's Dylan Lamb. And whistles, and that is quickly snuffed out by our IHSA officials.
And there is a shortage of officials in the state of Illinois. So if you want to stay involved in your community, stay athletic, and make a little bit of money while you're at it, we do suggest applying to be an IHSA official at ihsa.org. That's ihsa.org. It's D-Lam shooting for 2.
And he misses the first one, and subs coming in for the Vikings. Punzal and Gowron will come out in favor of Rexby. And number 1, Enzo DeAndrea, the sophomore sensation for your varsity Vikings. And misses both. The Niles West students actually getting in his head.
First misses of the season at the line, too. He was shooting 100 before. Now, with this rivalry going on and the pressure from the Wolves fans, going to be a lot tougher. Ball in play.
So taking it back is Maka Pinlock, guarded by DeAndrea. And double team, Mr. Ora comes on in there, and Rexby takes a tumble, and that's Viking ball. And, that's something I see a lot from Rexby. He's a bit of an expert in taking the charge.
Yeah, but shout out to Tony again with that aggression. Don't like how he's walking off, but, you do love to see him getting some time here and making a difference for his team. That's Daryl Tony. Now got Andy Simon to inbound the ball.
And Rexby takes a seat in favor of Gowron. Some more whistles. Potential issues at the scoring table. resolved quickly, though. Mr. Ora to inbound over to Olsen. Olsen is covered by Herrera. And Reed Olsen driving through. Step back. No. Rebound. Niles West. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here comes the Wolves. Guarded by DeAndre. Here's a three. No. Too much defense. Here comes Reed Olsen. 3 seconds left. Olsen to get one more shot off at the buzzer. No. And your score will remain here at the end of the first quarter. Niles North 19. The Niles West Wolves 13.
And it's been such a competitive game, of course, when you have these rivals just down the road from each other on Grosse Pointe Road. I mean, it's always a fun, energetic game. And so far, you can feel the intensity on the court so well. Vikings feeling the need to put a lot of pressure on them, especially in the backcourt, which they usually don't. And, they like to let that ball come to them, but they are being aggressive, trying to get some energy out of the Wolves before they get offensive under the basket. Now, top players for the Vikings, of course, Hunter Garin. And, I misquoted Michael O'Brien. He's underappreciated in the state. Also one of the top 25 forwards in Chicagoland. And so, again, he's making his name known. Great style underneath the basket.
Yeah, and these Niles North Vikings have been recognized by Michael O'Brien. Preseason, they were ranked 10th. That is right, 10th in the state. However, they dropped their first couple of games of the season to DePaul Prep and Lane Tech. So fell out of the last Super 25. However, they have gotten some impact wins as of lately, and they're making the climb back up to the top.
Yeah, I mean, it was so unfortunate to see that DePaul loss, and we talked about it during the girls' game, but they lost to the defending 3A champions because they didn't start fouling early enough, and because that energy level dropped off. It's hard to have stamina for 32 full minutes in high school, and so we just got to hope that they can keep it pushing through the second and now third and fourth.
So your Viking group to start the second quarter, we got DeAndrea, Lamb, Olsen, Rexby, and Gowron. And in terms of the Wolves, we got Lloyd out there. We got Fisher, Maka Pinlock, and Herrera. And don't forget about number 0, Asadi Dixon, the former Viking, taking the court for the first time tonight. Here comes Niles West now. Lloyd driving through and gets it out over and right over the head of Rexby. Put a couple on the board for Lloyd. Here's Olsen now. And here's the three from Reed Olsen. No! Rebound Rexby, and the second chance bucket. And that's not the first time the Vikings have capitalized on that second chance. That's where they're making a good amount of their points.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even called that a miss. I'd call that a pass at that point. Rexby ready to drive in and obviously put 2 up for the Vikings.
And last year we saw a play the Vikings ran a lot where you have Reed Olsen lobbing it up to deep for Hunter Gowan for the slam. And now he might be finding Rexby a little bit, potentially trying to fill that spot that Gowan will leave next year when he graduates. So here's Dixon now with it, playing his former team. And the Viking bench is all over that and tries to get it in, but he won't. Put a little sauce on it, but no avail.
Yeah, and you cannot have a one-on-one situation with Asani Dixon or many of these Wolves. Dylan Lamb, oh my goodness.
And how about that for the sauce? Dylan Lamb, the witchcraft in that layup. He seemed to float. And stolen by Gowron, now stolen by Gowron. And man, that's a pile up I remember seeing this football season. And looks like there's a timeout on the court. Vikings call timeout. Glenn Olsen maybe didn't like what he saw there. And so 23-15, your score here. And Anthony, what can you say about Niles West?
I mean, Niles West, and I was kind of alluding to it earlier, but you really cannot be in a one-on-one situation with any of their players. They are so strong. They're very explosive. They're very, very bouncy. And, you know, they just know how to get around. I would say, for example, that spin move they pulled on Garin, he was not ready for it, and it's because he was one-on-one, and he didn't have anyone helping him out or trying to, you know, jam the ball handler. And so, you know, Vikings, they got to get together on defense and make sure that everyone knows where they need to play. Wolves, though, doing a fantastic job against the pressure of the festive Viking crowd.
Yeah, festive indeed. It is December, it is winter, and this student section, I mean, we got a whole squad of Santas in the first row. You'll love to see it. Here comes Punzal. And dish it over to Olsen. Upsy daisy. Reed Olsen gets it inside the paint, showing off his arsenal. So now, Minnepolic gets it down to Lloyd. Lloyd up, and Gowan tries to get it. You can hear the board slap there, but the Wolves will still get the point. Here comes Olsen now. He's guarded by Herrera, and Rexy gets the Lamb. D-Lamb surveying. Nice little bounce to Gowron, but doesn't quite get it, and whistles upon whistles. I mean, Dylan Lamb, he's been getting down in the trenches for these basketballs.
Yeah, last season we knew him more as a corner playmaker. Now he's getting down and dirty and, you know, really making himself a problem all over the court. So definitely doing a great job. And another player changing it up is Reed Olsen. He's been driving in more and passing more than he ever has, as he just did to Garin.
So Gowron shoots on over Lloyd. Hunter Gowron, the big man, making the mid-range jumper. Here comes Niles West. And here's Herrera. And in the back, it is Minnepolic. He's guarded by Gowron. And he gets it over to Fisher. Guarded by Olsen. And here's Lloyd now, and the travel will be called. Viking ball.
Yeah, great pressure by the Vikings defense. And, you know, we really saw them come in with Rain Punzel, you know, being anticipatory and running to both people that he needed to defend before they even had the ball. He knew where it was going. You know, he started out his varsity career and the varsity senior with 2 straight threes at the ball, so he's definitely been an integral part this year.
Yeah, and Punzal is one of the many juniors to watch this season. You know, I talked to Coach Glenn Olsen preseason as there is Rexby getting the bucket in the paint. But I talked to Olsen in preseason, a lot of seniors and this Viking team, and I talked to him about that. Is that add any pressure? He's like, no. The Vikings have a lot of depth. He reflects on the depth, and he wants a lot more juniors and sophomores to contribute this year. And I think we're going to see Punzal contribute a lot. Here's Olsen now. And he gets it over to Punzal. And over to Lamb. Back to Olsen. And Reed Olsen gets it to D-Lamb from the stripe. No. Gower tries to rebound, but Rexby picks it up. Here is Olsen now. And Punzal is open for 3. Sinks it! Red Punzal!
Loving the theatrics here. Rain Punzal shooting 41.7% from 3 and improving that line right here as he now puts the pressure on. Oh my goodness, he's gonna run it down, Jacob.
Watch this, Garen! I'm jumping up and down for joy, Anthony. Oh my God, you had to cut to the camera with me jumping around. Hunter Garen!
I mean, I don't know if I was that excited, but I was pretty excited. We're getting some dirty looks from the Wolves here. I don't even know what to say. Wolves are going to take that timeout. And Jacob Ornstein bringing the average heart rate in the room up by 20 points with that one. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I'm going on the Wolves stool for that one.
I don't know of any such student-led Instagram accounts. But anyway, you know, it has been great here at Niles North to be a Viking. You know, especially getting some of these just quick plays going. Rain Punzal leading that one before he just passes to, the guy who you can always count on, Hunter Garin, putting it in for an easy 2. Vikings now leading. It's a double the Wolves score, and so pretty comfortable lead, but still a lot of basketball to play. 4 minutes remain in quarter 2. Do you need some, I don't know. What do you need here, Jacob?
I don't know. Wow, a lot of energy there. I'm trying to get the adrenaline to calm down here a little bit. Get a couple sips of water. Woo. So the Wolves now to inbound. Here comes Herrera, and bounces it on down, and Felix Ortiz sinks it. So Reed Olson now gets it over to Rexby, loses it a little bit, and tries to dish it to Gowron, but no, picked up by Lloyd. And Gowron gets a tip on that. Ortiz, though, still gets it. And here comes Niles West. Lloyd now, covered by Gowron. And Lloyd, no, and tips it on in. Daryl Toney, the former Viking.
Great job by Tony, but otherwise, if you're a Wolf, you can't have those execution errors. When you get the opportunities, you got to take it. Let's see Lamb now.
And here's Punzal, and there's Rexby going up, and a Wolf hits the deck. However, I believe the foul is going on West. Yes. That's his 3rd foul of the night. Team's first. And checking in for the Vikings, Mr. Aura, Andy Simon.
I feel like we might have to let the nickname retire at a certain point here, Jacob.
Man, it's catching on. Here's Rexby, gets it over to Punzal. Simon. And picked up by Dixon. And Reed Olson stopping that one. Whistles will fly, though.
And you check out the gas on Andy Simon, man. Last year a lot of people were underestimating his speed, and now he's been showing it in the season, almost catching up and definitely being part of that pressure that led to, unfortunately, the foul. Here's Asani Dixon to shoot.
And Asani Dixon played for the Vikings, both for football and basketball. Returned kicks for the Wolves in their successful 5-4 season. Unfortunately ended in getting blown out by Lincoln Way East. But he will sink that. And subbing in for the Vikings is Enzo DeAndrea, the sophomore. Dixon puts it up. No! And stop pushing, and that's Viking ball.
Loving the aggression here as Rexby is ready to take it in. And something that we've been seeing develop is the connection between the two bigs, Rexby and Garin. Right now, we just got Olson to drive it down with some pressure on him by Dixon. He'll inbound, or not inbound, he'll pass over.
So Punzal over to Olson, and looked like he was going for the 3. Tries to dish it to Garin, but a little miscommunication as that will go out of bounds. So here comes Lloyd to inbound and guarded by Rexby. Cheeky little pass to Herrera. Or, apologies, Minapollock. Guarded by Punzal. Here's Dixon, guarded by DeAndrea. And I think Rexby got a fingertip on it, and that's Viking ball. And ooh, look at DeAndrea there putting the sauce in. Here's Reed Olson. No. Rebound, Niles West. And Lloyd now. 2-minute warning here at Lawler. And there's a 3 by Niles West. And he sinks the 3, but the energy from Niles West kind of left the building there as whistles were called. That 3 will not go. Wolves have reduced the gap, though. 34. Nah, just kidding. 34-22. I thought it said 32. Here's Olsen. No.
Great screen, though, by Rexby to make that space. And great defense, too. It does get caught on him, though, despite the planted feet.
And it looks like Hunter Gowan's talking to one of our IHSA officials down there. The Wolves will go to the line for a couple shots. Phoenix Fisher is going to take it. Dope name. Fisher sinks the first.
Do want to draw attention to the fact that West is on a 6-point run here. Could make it 7, though, with the free throw. Doesn't go. It's Andrea to rebound.
And the student section singing Jingle Bells, and Jingle Bells will not sound in the basket, as here's Punzal going up. And Punzal, where'd you get that? Punzal able to get it, as here is Minapollock, as he gets it over to Fisher. Back over to Lloyd, and Punzal pokes it a little bit. Fisher, and Rexby gets a hand on it. Rebound, Niles North. Here comes Reed. Olsen over to Garrett. Oh, is he about to go up again? No. I got a little excited there watching Hunter Gowan about to go up. We might have had another moment of me ending up on another Niles West Almost Friday.
I don't know what Almost Friday is, but, Hunter Gowan, looking great, and obviously one of the most dependable players. He averages 21.8 per game, and again, he earns all the accolades that he receives, man. Inbounding now by Reed Olsen to Gowan.
Here's Gowan. Over to Olsen, gets it to Rexby, and whistles. And I believe that's on the Wolves.
Yeah, that's a great call on Tony. Lots of emotions here, but it did look like he got around the neck. You obviously can't be doing that. Neither team in the bonus yet, though.
Yeah, it's been a fairly clean game thus far. Punzal 2 inbound, but it looks like there's some extra conversation going on with the officials. Not quite sure what about. And one of our officials is going to go over to the scoring table. So Punzal to inbound. Gets it over to Gowan. DeAndre on the corner, almost left him wide open. Here's Rexby, and Rexy flied on in there. Puts some on the board for good old Mustafa Rexby.
Incredible speed. I can't believe he actually got it in and just didn't overshoot that. Oh, like they overshot that pass to Asani Dixon. You got to get your hands up. Isn't he a wide receiver?
Yeah, he is. And, man, that almost took out Anthony Gonzalez in the student section. Those two facing off in the Skokie skirmish for football. And unfortunately, Niles West, well, unfortunately for us, Niles West did pull out that win, but it's looking pretty good for the Vikings here as Reed Olsen is going to take it down. I'm going on. And 6 seconds left. Reed Olsen up. No. And at the buzzer, Dixon. No. And the score will remain 38-23. Your Niles North Vikings so far in the lead and carrying a lot of good momentum. And Anthony, what a fun game it has been. You know, watching both of these teams cook, it's something special.
Yeah, it certainly has. Again, this rivalry Always a fantastic one. And I'm just excited to see how the second half goes. Now, I thought we were going to have a Jersey Mike halftime competition like we did with the girls' game, but we're waiting on that. We are going to have our dance team perform first. We're going to wait here and see you in a few.
Stay tuned.
And now real quick, we got Irfan Sarvan competing for 5 subs from Jersey Mike's. He's going to go onto the basket. No good. There we go. He gets it. Showing some Rexepi-like qualities there. Now from the free throw line. No good. Stick to soccer, Irfan. Oh, no. 17 seconds to go. Irfan Sarvan. He should be disqualified at this point. Irfan, come on, bro. You got it. Where's the form, Irfan? There we go. He's got 2 seconds from the top of the key. Put that up. Not even close. All right, well, he'll go home with some, probably some bacon and some capicola from Jersey Mike's. Now, the second contestant, right under, he goes. And Irfan couldn't even do that shot first try. Now from the free throw line, no good. Well behind the back. Okay, I see you, I see you. From the line, he gets himself set. No good, gets robbed on that one. 16 to go, now 15. Shot rolls in, and he gives himself 10 seconds to shoot for 3. Oh! Unbelievable. That's 5 free submarine sandwiches for you, good sir.
That's the next Reed Olson right there.
Certainly. And maybe he'll share us up with Irfan Sarvan, who had absolutely no hope at winning those sandwiches. But, hey, pretty good on the soccer pitch. We're going to give it, I believe, 5 to 6 more minutes, and then we'll be back with even more. Stay tuned. And we're going to send it down now to Rhino Calamutan with assistant coach Rodney Metellus. Rhino, what does he have to say?
Well, actually, that was a great half for Niles North. Not so great for Niles West, but who knows? Well, I have Coach Metellus here. Coach Metellus, you guys in the first quarter, you guys didn't start so hot, 19-13. You guys got outscored, and you guys in the second quarter, you guys scored the first bucket, but it started off slow. You guys got outscored 19-10. What is the main catalyst to that? Is it the North defense, or is it your offense not being strong enough right now?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think Hunter's doing a great job protecting the rim. I think our guys got to have a little more movement on the weak side to get that defense to shift and attack the lanes. I think we're playing with the ball too much, and our guys got to do one move and go.
All right, thank you, Coach.
No problem.
Get back to the game, Coach. Wish you luck.
Hey, thank you guys so much. We're now going to go back to some Viking action, and already they're on the board.
I mean, you love to see it. And the Vikings will strike first. And here comes Niles West now. Tony, and diving on down. Many whistles going on that one. And your starting five for the second half of the Vikings is Rexby, Lamb, Gowron, Punzal, and Reed Olson. And speaking of, it looks like our officials giving some words to the foul will be on Gowron, as here comes Niles West. And here's Minnepolic, guarded by Punzal. And loose ball, Gowron dives on it, Lloyd gets it, and here comes Fisher working Olson. A lethal move on Olson, but no go. Here's Lloyd. And here's the jumper, fade away. No, here's Dylan Lamb on the rebound. Reed Olson now gonna take it back over to Punzal and over back to Olson. How about that? Here comes D Lamb, upsees to Punzal. Nobody around him. Punzal! Red Punzal! Put another three in the book.
And man, when you give him a chance, he just goes rain so great from three. And a tone shifter here for the Vikings, keeping it going.
Another young junior that Coach Olson is trying to work, as a dramatic shot there will not count for the Wolves. Here's Reed Olson. Motions over Rexby for the screen and gets it to D Lamb. Over the Punzal in the corner. How about another one? Yes! Another one for Reed Punzal! They gotta stop him in the corner, Anthony. And time out is called on Niles West.
You know, I'm going to sound like LeBron here, but, man, the first time I saw Rain Punzal shoot a three, I just knew he was going to be something fantastic. And now he brings his team up by 23 points. So 46-23 is your score, just a minute and a half in. Rain Punzal. Is he a sophomore or a junior?
He's a junior. And
he looks great out there, man.
Anthony Bramley, everybody, showing off his Ohio roots with a LeBron James reference. And looks like both of these student sections are getting into it as timeout on the floor. And this is a familiar chant I remember last year.
You know, the Vikings always like to claim their soccer skills. Whoa, saying who plays soccer? I mean, a lot of their school does, actually, but now we got the scoreboard. And now this is just some good-natured fun right now. Obviously, great rivalry. I don't know if Santa Claus would really be in the business of smack talk, though.
Man, if anything, I think he's given cold to Niles West for for their poor performance so far. 46-23 is your score right now. The Vikings are sitting with a comfy but not cozy lead. Here is Lloyd. He gets it over to Minnepolic, guarded by Punzal. And gets it over to Lloyd, guarded by Rex Epi. And Tony, he gets the second chance shot up. Niles West starting to cut into the deficit, but not by a whole lot. Here's Punzal, and here's Rexby in three-point territory. D-Lam now, and beautiful feed to Hunter Guerin, continuing his amazing performance tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and you gotta get someone big on him just to keep pushing him out. Oh, here comes guard. No, oh my goodness, Anthony! Hunter Guerin puts it through again. Wow. 50 burger for the Vikings.
50 burger and a 25-point lead. And I can see Vikings coach Glenn Olson getting real excited after that one. And it looks like the Vikings have a new face, number 0, Isaiah Garcia. No. Correction. It is Enzo DeAndrea. And here's D-Lam in the corner, sinks it. And salute to the student section, a 3 for Lamb.
And, I got to say, and might have left a tooth in the hardwood there, but does get up okay. That's number 3 for the Wolves.
Well, hopefully the Tooth Fairy can leave him a bucket under his pillow. We swear we're not biased. Here comes Niles West. Pollock. And looks like Ortiz takes another tumble. And he's showing some frustration. And Olsen signals to the bench. Mr. Ora is about to check in, and there he goes. Checking in for Rexby is Andy Simon. And here's Tony, guarded by Guerin. And Tony, he stands at 6'6". A perfect matchup for Guerin, also 6'6". And Tony now driving through, and denied by Hunter Guerin. Here comes Reed Olson. DeAndrea gets it over to Olson. Here's a 3 from Reed. No, and out of bounds, they'll say. I believe it, yes, it is Niles West ball.
Maybe a little bit of unsportsmanlike, but hey, Hunter Guerin should probably try out for boys volleyball in the spring with a block like that against former teammate Daryl Toney. Kind of crazy.
Man, and the fun thing about them being former teammates is they know each other's moves, and now they get to show it off. And stolen by Guerin, and tipped, but DeAndrea picks it up. Up goes DeAndrea, and lays it in. Great recovery, and the Vikings up 30. And time out, Niles West. So Anthony, let's talk about Hunter Guerin real quick. We've been calling his name all night. I've gone crazy not once, not twice, but 3 times for some of the stuff he's done. And what can you say to his amazing performance tonight?
Hunter Guerin, the pride and joy of Niles North, man. When he gets going, especially when he's energized by an opposing crowd like Niles West's. He is just putting it right in the bucket so many times over. And, at first we thought maybe he had some stage fright, getting blocked by the basket and the rim itself on the dunk. But now he has gone into a groove, and he is just going to keep on going for the Vikings. Again, he's 22 points per game for the Vikings, and obviously they're going to keep on using him.
And the vibes are up, and the music fitting the crowd. Last Christmas, the Wolves gave us our heart, and the very next day, they gave it away.
I'm not sure the crowd or the fans at home can hear the wham in the background, but I love the effort, man. The D1 sports broadcaster right here, Jacob Orenstein.
D1, I like it.
I mean, if any, are you committed anywhere for college?
Yes, I'll be going to the University of Missouri. Go Tigers.
Well, how about that? One of the top programs in the country. Well deserved, Jacob.
Thank you, Anthony. And some Christmas cheer as this game continues. Joshua Herrera going on through, covered by Lamb. And he gets it down to Lloyd, covered by Mr. Ora over Simon. No. DeAndrea, rebound. Here comes Olsen and Hunter Gowron. And multiple Wolves coming in there, but it doesn't matter. It's a travel. And, you know, I saw multiple Niles West players just come flying in there. They're doing their homework.
Looking like some Angry Birds, man. Unbelievable.
And flying in there like Chuck. You know, like the yellow triangle. Here comes Lloyd. Tony now with it guarded by Gowron. And here is Niles West. And in the corner is Herrera, who goes on through and gets the bucket in the paint. Niles West has got a bit of a ways to go, but still a little bit of time throughout this game. But they got to start something, and they got to start it now. Here's Dylan Lamb in the corner. And DeAndrea, nobody around. No. Rebound, Niles West. Here comes Lloyd. Simon on him, and picked up by Reed Olsen. Up he goes. Reed Olsen. How about that?
And I mean, Purdue Northwest D2 have scored themselves a great one in Reed Olsen, and he's become so much more versatile. Now driving through, that's never something we've seen from him before.
And here comes Reed Olsen. And here comes Andy Simon. No.
He lost all of his aura.
Man, here comes Niles West. That is immediately slowed down. That ball will go out of bounds. And it looks like number 24, Phoenix Fisher, is going to go to the line for, I believe, the first time tonight. And sinks the first. And some subs coming in. We got some new faces for the Vikings. We got number 11, Simeon Deobum. Deobum, correction. Debum. Third correction.
Third time's a charm, Jacob.
Third time is a charm indeed. And sinks the other one. And back in for Niles West is Asani Dixon. Oops. Here comes Rain Punzel. He gets it out to Olsen. Long three from Reed Olsen.
Great contest by the Wolves, too. Reed Olsen's just that guy, and he's always going to put that ball up no matter what.
And a lethal shooter from long range. Reed Olsen making it rain. Here comes Niles West. And here's Minopoliak. Guarded by Andy Simon. And dishes out to Dixon. Up. Boom. Tries to go for Dixon. Gets it on the ground. Niles West, expert passing. DeAndrea Autumn and Gowron on number 32 for the Wolves. Begovic, and here comes Lloyd, and denied by Andy Simon. And I believe that is out on the Vikings, and Coach Glenn Olsen not liking that one. So the inbound for the Wolves will be Trent Nishin. And here's a shot by the Wolves. No. Rebound Vikings. Maybe. No. Wolves get it. And the Wolves, they've held this ball in their half court for a while. Here's a three. Sinks it. Trey Dien able to sink the three. And that brings a little bit of life back to the Niles West student section. Here's DeAndrea, gets it to Punzal. No, rebound, boom. And here's DeAndrea out to Simon. Punzal in the court, and no. Picked up by Siddiqui. Also new for the Wolves. And no, not in the paint. Tied up there when Punzal whistles are gonna come on in. Trying to yank that thing out.
Yeah, I mean, the past 2 minutes have not been good basketball. And, you know, it all culminated in Deba not putting his arms up, no pressure whatsoever. And if you're a Wolf, you cannot let an opportunity like that slide. You got to take advantage, and that execution has not been here tonight.
And Niles West operating on offense. They don't, and here's a three from Niles West, and off the orange and through the basket. The Wolves starting to cut a little bit into the deficit, but they are still down 25. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Olsen's gonna take it nice and slow. Methodical basketball. And here's Andy Simon over to Reed Olsen. And gets out to DeAndre. Nobody around. No. And one last lob. Almost hits the Niles West cheerleader. And that's the end of the third quarter. Vikings up 60-35. High scoring for the Vikings, not so much for the Wolves.
I don't even know what to say. Again, I did not think that this would be such a, you know, not to say blowout, but I mean, Vikings were not supposed to be so ahead here. I mean, you know, you're missing one of the main guys on your starting five, but it doesn't matter when you have, you know, the skill set and the, you know, just ability across the bench. And so now in the fourth quarter, hopefully we'll get to see some seldom seen faces. I know Osman Khan had a pretty good game against Amundsen, putting up a lot of shots and, you know, making himself known. Also, Charles Edwards, great guy who's been a part of the program for many years. Tom Ilpio, could be seeing him. And, of course, a fan favorite, Edvin Sejdic. So we have to see what the fourth quarter holds for the Niles North Vikings and the Niles West Wolves.
And, you know, just like in World War I in the trenches, on Christmas Day, a truce was called, and with some nice Mariah Carey playing, both student sections are taking a moment away from the game and just vibing to the holiday cheer.
Yeah, but now the Vikings gotta slam it down. No, I'm kidding. And I love the spirit, though. You know, and again, in previous years, it has not been so cordial between these two teams, so you'll have to see it. Plus, you'll have to see the score.
So Reed Olsen now. Here comes Punzal, gets it down to Lamb. Back to Olsen. To Punzal. Gets it over to Rexby, back in for the Vikings. Here comes Lamb, and I'm not quite sure what I witnessed there. Saw number 2, Zaid Siddiqui. Excuse me. This game has been so exciting. I'm tripping over my own words. And he kind of takes that dive there, but it almost looked like he was trying to trip. Doesn't matter, though. The Vikings will have the ball. Here comes Olsen now. And here's Punzal, and picked up by Niles West, Herrera. And he gets it over to Shaw, but no.
Disappointed to see Rexby go, you know, all in on the block. I mean, it's great to be aggressive, but not when he's shooting from so low, and you're obviously going to draw the foul. It's now the Wolves, number 11, Lance Shaw shooting.
For the first time tonight, Shaw misses. That'll get you a little excited there, but it rolls out. And it looks like the Niles North student section is signaling for Coach Olsen. They want number 13, Charles Edwards, to check in. Doesn't get in, and Olsen bumps into Rexby, but he says, here, Rexby, you can take it. Here is Punzal, Back to Olsen. Thinks about the long three, but he'll get the travel instead. And Enzo DeAndrea is going to get back in momentarily. He's going to go in for Punzal. So action back here. Niles West with it. Herrera. He gets it down to Siddiqui. What a move. Back to Herrera, guarded by Olsen. And here comes Niles West. Driving through. And Rexby gets it. And here comes the Vikings after Hunter Gowron able to feed it over to Reed Olsen. And that pass was amazing. Here comes Lamb. Gowron going up. No. Trying for the and one. Doesn't quite get it. But he will go to the line for a couple of shots. And Hunter Gowron, the big man, he's had himself quite a night, Anthony.
Yeah, and you love to see IQ like that. You know, in the girls' game, we saw them go low to draw that foul, rather. So great to see from a guy like Hunter Gowron, who, you know, looking excellent. It's Gowron makes the first.
And Hunter Gowron with that free throw, he has 21 points on the night.
Incredible. And he's probably going to get another one here based on his 71.4% completion, and of course he does.
So make that 22 for Hunter Gowron as the Vikings extend their lead, 62-36. And some loose ball activities. Here comes Herrera. And Niles West driving on through. And poked loose. Lamb feeds it to Olsen. He gets it to Dylan Lamb. Takes the three. No. And Niles West will rebound. Again.
Get that ball.
And Reed Olsen gets the ball. Uh-oh. Hunter Gowron. Oh, my goodness. Hunter Gowron. He looks around. Nobody home? All right. Slam! And here's the shot by Niles West. And Nguyen falls to the floor, but he still gets the three because he's just like that. It will count as two. He was not quite in three-point range. And some new faces about to check in for the Vikings. Number 22, Osman Khan, is ready to be subbed in. He will go in, and going in with them is number 5, Andy Simon. And Lamb will take a seat, that is, on the evening. So Herrera has it now, covered by DeAndrea, and nice pass there over to Siddiqui. And Siddiqui, no. Gowron rebound. Little hot potato with Osman Khan. Here comes Reed Olsen. And Gowron triple teamed, and you're not going to get away with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point you would be intentionally fouling, but not sure how you're going to make. Can you run the numbers for me? What's the difference?
My mental math is horrible, Anthony.
I bet we got to ask some of the guys down there on the court because, of course, Niles North embraces the idea of student athlete. You know, being great in the classroom and great on the court, it's core to the Viking identity. And it looks like it's 26. Now 27.
So that is correct. Shout out to Apple for the calculator doing the dirty work. And Gowron sinks that, and boom, subs in. And he's going to get a lot of love on that bench. I see Glenn Olsen giving him a big ol' hug at the Niles North bench. He's had such a great game. Him and Rexby, who he also hugs on the bench. It has just led to an all-around dominating performance by the Niles North Vikings, who, although the rough start to the season, are starting to find their footing again.
Certainly, Jacob. Oh, look at the plays here. Putting Opio in some trouble. Oh,
And
never mind.
not that much trouble as Opio denies that. Here's DeAndrea. And here's Opio going up. Gets it. A couple extra bounces to keep you on the edge of your seat. Tom Opio, give him a couple on the night. And here comes Niles West. No, rebound Khan. And now DeAndrea with it. He gets it to Khan. The big man shoots a three. No. Rebound Niles West. Credit the rebound to number 14, Jaden Stevens. And here's Siddiqui. An effortless feed, but is denied by Deoboom. Here comes Andy Simon now. And triple teamed, they felt his aura. Here's Mr. Aura, Mr. 3, how about that? Andy Simon, 3 more, and that is going to have a whistles blow as substitutions will come in. We see number 0 for the Vikings. Isaiah Garcia check in for the first time this evening. And also in for the Vikings, you heard them ask for it earlier, Charles Edwards, number 13, also in for the first time tonight to probably play the last 3 minutes as Niles West gets a bucket, still breathing. This Niles West team, however, it is not looking good for him. As here's Opio, and the PA announcer maybe psyched him out. That silly ball is what we're playing. That's interesting. Here's Opio. And Khan, the big man 3. No, it's actually for 2, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't sink it. Khan double teamed. No. And Niles West will rebound and gives me a second to catch my breath. Wow. And here's the wide open 3. Won't go. Rebound Khan over to Edwards. And now they want Edvin. Edvin Sejic, number 10. And Olsen gives them what they want. He's checking in. But meanwhile, Niles West is working with something here. And here's the long ball from Niles West. No, rebound Khan. And here comes Garcia and whistles. And subs will come in. And the crowd erupts as Edvin Sejic checks in for the first time this night.
And Advin, you better score some points, bro. Crowd cheering for you. Mercy rule in effect, and the Vikings are getting ready to go.
The running clock will make this game shorter. Here comes Charles Edwards now, and fumbles it a little bit, and he signals over to Garcia, and Cedric gets it. The crowd is loud. Up, no, Deoboom. Here's Edwards for 3. No. Opio. Yes. 3 for Tom Opio. Final minute of this game, and it is almost certain we will get a V for Viking victory. But not after a little bit of going down with a sinking ship from the Wolves. Here's Sedgwick. Now or never. No. Out of bounds.
40 seconds. Still got 40 seconds. Vikings getting one less play in. 30 now.
I think they're going to try to get Sedgwick here. They won't. Deoboom with it. Gives it to Opio. Sedgwick open. 20 seconds now. Gets it to Garcia. And the student section waving away. Not Niles West. Opio. And he's just going to keep it himself. And with 1 more second left. That's it from Lawler. Your Niles North Vikings win it 74-42. And the crowd will be going home happy. That is 9 straight for the Vikings.
I mean, how about that? You know, again, we thought this would be way more competitive, but Niles West just not able to lock in, despite all the great guys they got on their side. Asani Dixon, Daryl Toney, who, of course, we like to claim because they are former Vikings. But just that whole squad, you know, very strong, just, you know, had a tough time against these Vikings and their pressure. And when they did have the opportunity, they could not take advantage. There were so many tiny execution errors, and it just all added up for an L for the Wolves. Very unfortunate for them, but there will be a rematch later in the season.
That is right. They will go up against this team once more, but this time we're going to go to Oakton Street. Well, not us. We won't be calling that game, unfortunately. I would love to call that game, but in the meantime, the student section will storm the court, and how about this? Good vibes and raising that trophy on the court for the 9th straight time. Wow, good vibes. And Hunter Cowan joins in the festivities. That basketball will stay here at Lawler, and a happy holiday, cheery vibe here at Niles North. What a great game. What a fun night. Double-header basketball action for NN Viking Media concludes. And I'm excited. You're excited. Our camera operator, Jason Smith, is right here. Want to say something, Jason?
It was an absolute banger game, man. I was in there. I was on the middle cameraman, and it was just, it was so intense, man. Absolutely amazing.
Emotional. We all have had a great time, and we'd like to thank you, the viewer, for watching us. It's been a great game. Anthony, any last things you want to say before we sign off?
I just have to, you know, this Viking squad has gotten so much better year over year. Of course, Reed Olsen gets a lot of love, but I got to shout out, you know, the growth and maturity. He would take some kind of silly shots before, but now he's coming to his own. He's actually driving through the paint. He's not scared. And when he is scared, you know, he's going to kick it out to one of his other teammates. Also, Hunter Garin, again, biggest playmaker for the Vikings. Did you end up figuring out that tally on points?
I did not, unfortunately, but Hunter Garin having himself a night, 20-plus points, and a great win for the Niles North Vikings, as good momentum is going in as we go throughout the season, trying to find their way back into the Super 25, but time will tell the fate of this team. But in the meantime, it's a V for Viking victory in the Crosstown Classic once more. Good vibes only. We will see you down the line. Good night.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. Hey, Jacob, are you excited or what that both teams won tonight?
Super excited. Bring out the brooms. Have a good night.